Hey everyone, thanks for joining our update on VeChain. I had a request on the other YouTube video that I just did to do an update on VeChain, and this is very, very interesting. Before I get started, of course, as you all know, I'm not your financial advisor, and so this is not financial advice. I'm here to give my opinion on the market, and you're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, and doing your own research. I may discuss where I might be taking my positions, but it is ultimately your decision on what you do in this market. This market is extremely risky and volatile, and so yeah. Of course, we are also looking to grow our community of like-minded individuals. And so we have a free-to-use Discord server where we like to do a lot of collaboration, talking about different assets and things. And so if you'd like to come join us, just throw in a comment here, and I'll get you an invite to our server. Otherwise, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so I was talking yesterday in the video about this support line here, which was extremely important for us to hold. And this was at about 66.50. I said if we break below that, likely we're going to continue down to 58 to 5900. So we've broken below that, and not only have we broken below that, but again, talking about support and resistance levels, this was a pretty important one because this was support, and now it's resistance. And so I fully expect VeChain to come back down to 58 to 5900. I have liquidated my assets on VeChain. Sad to say that I do think that it's going to come back down here, but I've liquidated. I got out a little lower than where we're at. It was about 50, not 59, about 69.90 or so, or 65.90. Nonetheless, it's a little higher from where I got out, but I'm not planning on getting back in unless we can see a move up and then a move down and reclaim this as support. Right now, this looks like we have a bearish retest, and it looks like we are going to continue to move to the downside. So what I expect to see here, let me pull out my polyline just to kind of take a look at this. This is going to be, pretty simple. Basically, we had our support, and then we had our break of support, and then we had our retest, a bearish retest, and now what I'm expecting to see is another push down here, bearish retest, push down, bearish retest, and then this push down here, and then we got to see some volume, and then we're going to have basically a flip, a bullish retest of this, and this is likely going to come in waves. There could be a point where this gets extremely bullish and then we start to really move up and out of this. But right now, what I'm kind of expecting to see is bearish retest after bearish retest until we finally start to see flips to the upside. Okay, so if we start to see these flips to the upside, then I would say it's probably safer to get back in. But at least for now, this looks like moves to the downside, and I am targeting this level down here at about 58 to 5900. So let's talk about where that 5900 is and why that's important. And then we'll go ahead and close this up because this is going to be a really quick and easy video here. So we had a move up, and we're still talking about whether or not this is an ABC or if this is, an impulsive one wave and we're going down for the two here at 5900. So, a fib pull on this entire move here has the 618 down at 5930. And then of course our level right here, if we zoom out even more, that's from this high to this low, back to this high, and then we've got this this coming down here at 58.26. So 58 to 5900, this is going to be important. If this doesn't hold, and not that I want to put fear, uncertainty, or doubt in anybody's eyes, but if 58 to 5900 does not hold, we are coming back down to 44 to 4500. So this is a critical level to hold here. If this doesn't hold, we are coming back down here. It is going to happen if we don't hold 58 to 5900. At this point, my bias is we are coming down to 58 to 5900. This could take days, this could take weeks, don't know. Um, but unless we can push up and out and start closing a daily above 66.50, I'm not planning on buying into this at this point because it does look like we're coming back down here. Lots of confluence down here, right? So we've got this major pivot down here. So I would expect that if we come back down here, that's going to be significant support. If this breaks, our next major support is right down here at that level at 44 to 4600. The charts don't lie. That is what I see, and that's what I'm going to be sticking to. I'm not holding any position in VeChain anymore, and I will wait for it to move down 58 to 5900. I will buy down here 58 to 5900. If we close below, I say 5750 or 5700, I'm going to sell again, and I'm going to wait for a move down here. And at this point down here, probably what I'll do, because it will have gone so low, I will wait for one flip of resistance turn support. Because if it goes down that low, you're being reckless at that point buying in. Because at that point, what we have to pay attention to is this level down here at 3650. So if we break 58 to 5900, then it is very possible that it's going to come down to 44 to 4700. But if this breaks, then we're going to be coming down to 3650, almost guaranteed. And that would be devastating for a lot of people. Although that's still, a decent retest down here at the 3800 mark. But I'm not planning on catching any knives on this, because what that would have been at that point, from the top here down to the bottom, that is a 54% drop in price from the top. Do you want to buy something that's down 54%? I wouldn't, unless we start to see a move to the upside. Yeah, maybe it won't go that low. Maybe it won't go that low. And you can't say that it's always going to bounce from 57 cents because it only did it once. You can't say that it always bounces from 57 cents because, one, there is a rejection at, I'm saying 57 cents, I'm talking about 0.57. There was a rejection there, and then there was a rejection there again. It only bounced there one time. So it is reckless to say that it always bounces from 57. It is reckless to say that it always bounces there, because it doesn't. It only did it once. If it does it again, then that's fantastic. I am willing to buy at 57 cents. But if it doesn't hold that support, it is going down. And I am just reading the chart. That's what the chart is telling me. And maybe I'm wrong. I do think it will bounce at 57 cents, or not 57 cents, but 0.0057. Partnership news, whatever. I'm not interested in trading news. Trading news in the crypto atmosphere usually ruins you more than it helps you. But again, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You are entitled to your opinion. I am willing to buy at 57 to 5900. But at this point, I am out, and I'm willing to buy this level right here. I do think that the probability is good at this point, but you can't say that it always bounces there when it's only done it once. And if it fails here, it is going to come down to these levels. And no, that's just the way it is. But I do think that there is upside. I am bullish on VeChain. I'm simply saying if it goes below 57 to 5900, then it's going to come down to these levels down here. That's it. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm going to be sticking to. But yeah, of course, if it comes down here, you can always buy more, but you do have to be real careful on something that, did have a bullish impulse. You have to be real careful. We had a deep retrace here. So I am bullish on this, but I do have to keep my bias that, right now I'm out. I'm going to buy here at 57 to 5900. I haven't put in my bids yet. I just recently sold, as I just mentioned. I'm willing to buy down here, and, if I get invalidated here, I'm not going to buy down here just quite yet. I'm not going to place any bids. I'll wait to see that we do see a nice move out of the bottom there. This is the knife I'm willing to catch, and I'm willing to cut down here, and but then I'll wait to see what happens down here. Is it going to come down to 3600 to 4400? I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't, but it could. But at this point, I'm saying that this is going to be the high probability trade down here. And I do think it will take some time to get down there. It is possible that we are going to be bouncing in what it looks to be a bit of a channel that's being created here. So we have to take a look at that. VeChain, I'm willing to say VeChain is never going to $1, but that's just my opinion. I think that VeChain can go to a penny, but I really do not think it's going to $1. If it does, then good game, guys. But I'm not willing to bet that it's going to go to $1 because that is crazy moves from where it currently is. Even if you take a look and see where it topped out, its all-time high is only at 2.8 cents. Yeah, I know Ripple did something similar. It went from, kind of where we're at right now all the way up to $3. But yeah, we're just going to kind of have to wait and see how things go. But right now we're basically sitting, we got rejected at resistance, and now we're sitting back down here, at what should be support at this level right here. But in the shorter term time frame, we do have to take a look at what the chart is telling us. And right now the chart is saying that we're going to come down to 58 to 5900. And, if that doesn't hold, we're going to come back down here. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I am a cautious trader, as everybody knows, and I'm just looking for the short-term, the short-term support and resistance, and this is what I'm seeing right now. But sure, yeah, we'll take that bull run when we get it. Right now, Bitcoin, I think we'll see is going to be kind of correcting to the downside. But good chatter here in the YouTube chat. So I do appreciate the comments, and I know sometimes I can get a little overly defensive of my opinion. But it is just my opinion. That's all it is. If Bitcoin finally decides that it wants to move to the upside, then sure, the tether pair is going to move to the upside. But then you also have to keep an eye on the VeChain versus Bitcoin pair here. So let's just take a look at this and see what this currently looks like. I'm going to go to a daily time frame here. We are at resistance. If we can push above 104 Satoshis, then I do think that there is significant upside potential here. We did create a really nice cup. Let's just see here on the daily time frame. We have bearish divergence on the daily, so I am worried. I'm worried about VeChain, in the short term, and by short term I mean probably the next month. We do have a support line that we have here that we have to pay attention to. We're basically sitting on it right now. If I go to a 3-hour time frame here, we're basically down here at this point. But yeah, I mean, we've got bearish divergence on these time frames. We have higher highs on prices. We had lower highs on the on our stochastics. I'm just simply saying be careful, and I am liking my decision to get out, but the BTC pair on VeChain does look like it is probably coming down here and hitting some support. So I might regret my decision selling. Maybe it's a weak-handed move, but I think that we are likely going to see some downside on the USD trading pair, which is where I do most of my trading anyway. That's what I've got right now on VeChain, but again, I do appreciate all of the comments. I appreciate the collaboration on here. It's good stuff. But again, if you'd like to have some further discussions, I'm going to be on the Discord. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share. If you don't like my opinion, that's okay. You can dislike it as well, although I do appreciate the likes more than dislikes. But at any rate, wherever you're in the world, hopefully you're having a good day, good night, and good evening.